All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachakwadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the sincere Akim, pushing, preaching, and teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom. Barakathum. And the title of this lesson is going to be Apotheosis is our birthright. Okay? Apotheosis is our birthright. Now, I got the definition of the word apotheosis, all right? And the simple breakdown of it in the Greek is apo means away or from, all right? Theos, all right, which means God, all right? So apotheosis literally would translate in the Greek from a God. All right, so you can see how the term is used here. Like when it says the perfect form or example of something, quintessence. All right, when somebody says this is the quintessential means of doing something, that means it's the ultimate means of doing something. All right, the most powerful means of doing something. All right. And so when you look at definition B, the highest or best part of something. All right. And I'm going to go somewhere with this in a second. And this is really related to the new covenant. All right. Which is a promise given to the seed of Jacob. All right. And you can read all of the promises given down from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob. All right. And then further covenants were given to David. All right. But ultimately, the thing is that we're promised to not just be good in the kingdom. We're promised to be God's, man. All right. And the scriptures literally say that. And this won't be a long lesson. This will be quick, but I just want to highlight the point. All right. The second definition, it says elevation to a divine status. All right. And we know where we come from. All right. But which is those angels that left out the first estate, which are the first fruits that were here before creation, Lord willing, that were of the elect. All right, and I can go further into that topic on another lesson about where we were in the beginning, but I want to focus and highlight on what was promised to us. All right, as Israelites. Okay, when the apostles are asking, like, Lord, what are we going to get? All right. The Lord basically says you're going to rule, judging the 12 thrones of Israel, man. I'm roughly paraphrasing that. All right. But what comes along with that, man? Are the nations just going to are they just going to roll over and obey? No, they're going to need leadership. All right. They're going to need to be subjugated. All right. And ultimately, they're not going to be in order. How do we know that? Okay. Revelation 2. All right. And 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works. Let me get this in the red letter. All right. So we know who's speaking here, which is our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Now, what does the word power mean, man? Power goes into the term God. All right. That's what a God is. That's what God means. It's not a name like Christians will try to tell you. God is a title which is related to powers. All right. To power. All right. Now we know the Most High Yahweh is the source of our power. And we know that there's a hierarchy set up of his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. All right. And through him, through Yahweh Shai, we have power. All right. So there's a flow and an order to things. That's why when scriptures say we should be a light unto the Gentiles, this is what it means. It's not just going to be raw power, but it's going to be wisdom. It's going to be understanding. And we're going to have the ability to keep everything in order. All right. That's why there's no warring in the kingdom when you read about the new covenant. Unlike these people over there in the land in 1948 who haven't really stopped warring since they've been there. All right. Who are afraid. Many of them are afraid for their lives right now, man. All right. But what were we promised? All right. Verse 27, and it says, and shall rule them with a rod of iron. Why are we going to need to rule them with a rod of iron? It says, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I've received of my Father. All right. So the nations are not going to get it. They're going to need rulership, and there's going to be a separation. All right. A hierarchy established. All right. That's starting with the throne of David. First, he's starting with Yahushua. All right. Who is the inheritance of everything. Salakia. All right. Down to King David, his throne, the 12. All right. The 12 rulers, the 12 patriarchs of each tribe. All right. And then you have the 144,000 within that. And then the rest of the elect. All right. And then you'll have the 2/3, which will come back in the kingdom. But that's another lesson. But I want to make the point of what we're actually promised here, man, because that doesn't really sink in when these guys get weak. They get tired of waiting on the Lord. All right. These are the things you have to meditate on. All right. Okay. Psalms 82. Okay. I'll just read it. 82:6. It says, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Okay. So when it says who the children of the Most High are, it's not talking about every nation. Okay. It says, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Okay. And that's speaking about us and all we had to go through. All right. So when it says ye are God, it's really talking about our birthright, man. That's what we're promised. We're promised to be gods on the earth, man. Okay. We don't have it yet. Unlike some guys will try to convince you that we're in the new covenant. Well, where are the spiritual powers? All right. Why do we still have physical ailments? Why are we trapped in these stupid bodies? Why are we subject to heathen still? All right. The scriptures tell you that we're going to be changed. Matter of fact, I'll just go there. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, starting at verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. All right. Because we are the inheritance of the Most High. I mean, we're the inheritance of the kingdom. All right. Okay. So how can we not inherit? How can we go into the kingdom as we are now, flesh and blood, and inherit it? We can't, man. Okay. Something's got to change. As this phrase goes in the world, something's got to give. This flesh is rotten and wicked, man. All right. This flesh is fit for a heathen. It was never meant for us forever. All right. It says, neither doeth corruption inherit incorruption. All right. It says, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we all shall be changed. All right. Meaning some of us, we won't even die at all, man. We're literally just going to be transformed. There are brothers right now that are alive that will live forever from here forth. If you can receive it, call Hello Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. And it says, verse 52, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. So even the brothers that passed away fervently in this thing, all right, King Masha, all right, the elder brother recently that succumbed to his illnesses, all right, that was fervent in this thing, man. Going through pain, whole bodies lit up with pain, man, still doing the work. Those men are not just going to die meaningless deaths, man. They're going to be remembered. Okay. And there's a great crown waiting for them. Okay. This is why it's so despicable for guys that are able bodied. Just shrug this shit off like this shit is normal, man. No. All All right, verse 53. But for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. That is a God, man. Okay. You see? So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. All right. And where can we read that at, man? This is about patience, man. All right. Isaiah 25, and he will destroy it. 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. All right. Which this is this nigga Esau. All right. Verse 8, he will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord Yahweh will wipe away tears from off all faces. So don't let somebody tell you that the new covenant is something other than what the scriptures say it is. It's linked to us getting those bodies, period. And when it happens, we're not going to have to worry about shit, man. All right. Niggas is right now telling you you're in the new covenant, and they still got to clock in on Mondays, man. All right. Niggas still taking insulin shots, talking about we in the new kingdom, man. It says, and the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all the earth, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it, man. So this is what Paul is speaking about. All right. In verse 54, it says, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Verse 55, O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory, man? So apotheosis, going back to the definition, the perfect form or example of something. All right. The highest or best part of something. The peak. That's what we're promised. Okay. That's why we stay the course. That's why we do the work. All right. It's not for views or to be seen of men or to prove we're tough guys. It's for a future kingdom that's to come that the Lord wrote about, had his men write about over and over and over again, man. Okay. Verse 56, the sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. All right. And what did the Lord promise us when you read Jeremiah? I might have to put in stony heart. Oh, there, that's in Ezekiel, Salakia. You can read Jeremiah 30 and 31 to get more context on the new covenant and all the things that would happen. You wouldn't be out there on the street corners teaching, dealing with rebellious niggas. All right. I would get Ezekiel 36 and 24. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. All right, then will I sprinkle clean water upon you. Because we had a guy at camp this past week try to say that we, the people that's being spoken about in Matthew 28 is all nations. It's not, man. We are scattered among all nations. That's why there's a gathering out of all nations, not for the heathen that lived there, but for the Israelites that were lost that lived there. All right. This is what the Lord's doing, and then gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. All right. So when it speaks about the sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. All right. We're gonna be free from sin, man, completely. We're not even gonna have a wicked thought. We're gonna be able to see a big booty heathen and not even our flesh won't even go there, man. You know. But verse 26, it says, "A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh." All right, which represents that hard-headed, rebellious mind that we have, and I will give you an heart of flesh, and I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my commandments and do them. All right. And then it speaks about us getting the land and everything, man. All right. None of this has occurred yet. Okay. But it's promised. Right now we're betrothed, but the consummation of the marriage has not yet occurred. All right. You see? So even though we're betrothed, you still can't go deal with another man if you're betrothed. All right. But just because you're betrothed doesn't mean the marriage has been consummated yet. You see, we're in a holding pattern. That's what Yahweh Shai set up. It was a grace period, gave us the promise. We were given the promise a long time ago before Yahweh Shai, but Yahweh Shai came in to certify it, man, to make good, to shake hands on it. He played his part and fulfilled his role. Okay. Now, when you go over to Isaiah 41, all right. Isaiah 41:1, keep silence before me, O islands, and let the people renew their strength. Let them come near and let them speak. Let us come near together to judgment. Salakia. This is not the point I wanted. Let me see. Yeah, I started at verse 8, Isaiah 41:8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friends. Talking about lineage, patrilineal descent, man. Patrilineal descent. Who you descend from on your father's side determines your eligibility for deliverance. And ultimately, you will be good in the kingdom after the second death, even if you're of the 2/3. All right. And it says, verse 9, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth. All right. And called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant. I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. All right. Because it looks right now, it looks like the Lord left us. That's what it looks like. All right. Just look at the state of everything. Look at our bodies, man. We're waking up with just in pain, back problems, got women problems. All right. Verse 10, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. When the Lord says he's going to strengthen us, man, that he's going to give us literal power, man. Like it said, our birthright is ye are God's, man. All right. Yeah, I will help thee. All right. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. So what does that mean? Anybody that tries to fuck with us is going to get put down immediately, man. Okay. And how is that going to happen? Okay. You can read about all the passages. Read Isaiah 40, the chapter before. All right. Which was leading up to this when it says we will run and not faint. We will run and not be weary and not faint. We will mount up as wings on eagles. Okay. We're not going to have any restrictions at all. All right. In the kingdom, because the Lord promised that, and our minds are going to be wired to do righteousness, man. All right. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee. So see, the worm state is the state we're in right now. These guys are trying to tell you they can raise the dead and calling on different names that ain't written anywhere. All right, you got men trying to pull up in vans, not realizing you're still in a worm state, and to think otherwise is niggatry, man. All right, I will help thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. What does that mean? Spiritual powers, man. All right. Power, again, associated with God's. Theosis, apotheosis. elevation to a divine status, the highest or best part of something. It means to become a god, basically. All right, and that's what the Lord promised us. Now, did the pastors in the pulpits teach this growing up? No. He wanted you to believe that you can get good on this side right now if you just give tithes. You see, he's trying to get you bogged down in getting a new Cadillac, when the Lord literally promised us mansions and everything, man. The Lord promised us everything. The Lord said all heathens were our inheritance, man. What is he talking about, man? You know? Anyway, it says, thou shalt thresh the mountains and shall beat them small and shall make the hills as chaff. All right? Reminds me of the scenes back in the day when Dragon Ball Z would go down. All right, they would be fighting on various planets. Like first saga was Earth, and then I think they went to Namek. All right, and in those scenes they'd be fighting and throwing hands. You would see them get thrown into mountains in different ranges and blow it up, man. Just just flying through, you know. And we get that it sounds far fetched to the average everyday person, but that's okay, because when the Lord does what He's going to do, it's going to be so out of the normal for everybody. People are just going to faint, man. All right. Verse 17, when the poor and needy seek water, there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst. I, the Lord Jehovah, will hear them. I, the power of Israel, would not forsake them. All right. There's a point that I wanted down here somewhere. Verse 22, let them bring forth and show us what shall happen. Let them show the former things what they be, that we may consider them and know the latter end of them, or declare us things for to come. Show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that ye are gods, yet do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed and behold it together. All right. Behold, ye are of nothing, and your work of naught, and an abomination is he that chooseth you. I have raised up one from the north, and he shall come. From the rising of the sun shall he call upon my name, and he shall come upon princes as upon mortar, and as upon a potter treadeth clay, who hath declared from the beginning, that we may know, and before time that we may see he is righteous. Yea, there is none that showeth, yea, there is none that declareth, yea, there is none that heareth your word. First shall say to Zion, behold them, and I will give to Jerusalem one that bringeth good tidings. All right. So when you read Isaiah 40 and 41, all right, these chapters is basically the point that I wanted on that. You know, Israel encouraged, all right, because we should be encouraged, man. These people are more afraid than ever. Speaking about these small hats, the average everyday Edomite, the people that work, the proud woman that's roaming around America, all right, and various other places known as the West, all right. Their stock spiritually is at an all-time low, and ours is at an all-time high, man. All right, so I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Shalom.